Our earlier discussion of the physical, mental, and emotional side effects of cancer treatments might have been surprising to you, and our discussion was just a basic overview. But I believe now it is clear how these life-saving treatments disrupt daily functioning, create physical and mental challenges, and impact a cancer survivor's long-term health. The good news is many of these side effects can be reduced or managed, and research has proven that yoga is both safe and effective. Yoga can be used to address the side effects that cancer patients may experience based on their cancer treatments. At this point, I want to review some of the benefits of yoga and the evidence that supports this practice. 20 years ago, little research existed on the benefits of yoga for cancer patients and survivors. Honestly, there was very little research on yoga in general. Today, ample research has been conducted to demonstrate that yoga can produce many benefits to help cancer patients and survivors manage side effects after treatment and their long-term risks. This evidence forms the foundation of oncology yoga. Research has shown that yoga helps manage fear and anxiety, can help manage pain, can reduce fatigue, can manage lymphedema, build bone and keep the spine strong, strengthen muscles, increase range of motion and flexibility, and many, many more benefits. Let's take a more in-depth look at a few of these benefits. Later assignments will be provided to support this discussion and provide the research references. First, yoga has been shown to improve sleep and reduce fatigue. Cancer-related fatigue is one of the most frequently reported side effects of cancer treatment. Cancer-related fatigue is different from general fatigue and is described as paralyzing. It impacts daily functioning, sleep, leads to anxiety, depression, and can have a lasting impact on health. A systemic review on women with breast cancer who suffered fatigue found that yoga decreased fatigue, improved sleep quality, and increased quality of life, as compared to a control group with similar symptoms, but there was no yoga in their intervention. The review also found that yoga interventions were more effective than psychological and educational interventions in reducing depression, anxiety, and fatigue. Other studies show that physical activity and exercise reduce the severity of cancer-related fatigue. But the safe implementation of exercise should be a priority. An active yoga practice appropriate for cancer patients and survivors can achieve these benefits safely. Next, yoga has been shown to improve strength, range of motion, and bone health. Cancer treatments weaken muscles and bone and reduce flexibility. These impacts are either immediate, like range of motion loss post-surgery, or long-term, like bone loss. It is well known that a regular yoga practice increases muscle strength and flexibility and supports functional range of motion. A research review found that yoga is as effective or better than other forms of exercise in improving a variety of health-related measures and outcomes, including muscle strength and flexibility. This was true for patients with chronic disease like cancer and for those in good health. Many yoga poses involve weight bearing, which has been shown to strengthen bones. A study of yoga and osteoporosis found that participants who did just 10 minutes of specified yoga poses per day experienced improvements in bone density, just 10 minutes. And several patients with osteoporosis improved and some reversed. Other benefit is that yoga helps cancer patients manage lymphedema. All cancer survivors are at risk of developing lymphedema due to surgeries at diagnosis or from their treatments of their cancer. Over 40% of breast cancer survivors develop lymphedema and require lifelong management. It can have a significant impact, and no cancer patient should take it lightly, the risk of this condition. A study found that yoga helped to reduce lymphedema in breast cancer survivors. It included a group of women assigned to a weekly 90-minute yoga class over an 8-week period, and a control group to standard self-care and maintenance. The yoga group showed a significant improvement of the condition compared to the control group. Interestingly, at the follow-up of 12 weeks after the yoga classes were stopped, this improvement reversed. The research suggested that ongoing practice is necessary to maintain and manage lymphedema for the long term. It can't be short term. This evidence supports the practice of yoga as part of a standard long-term care post-treatments. Also, the ongoing management is supported by leadership organizations based on the survivorship guidelines of weekly exercise as recommended by the American Cancer Society. Yoga's breathing and movement practices help move lymph fluid and thus assist the immune system to function. The channels of the lymph system rely on movement to help the flow of lymph fluid. We know that a functioning lymph system is critical for filtering waste, pathogens, and cancerous cells out of the body. Movement helps move lymph fluid in a few ways: the pulse of adjacent veins and arteries, the contraction and relaxation of our muscles, and importantly, our breath. The role that breathing plays in the lymphatic system function might surprise you, but the star player in this is the diaphragm. The diaphragm sits right in front of the largest lymph node vessel that we discussed, the thoracic duct. So as we inhale and exhale, the diaphragm moves up and down, massaging the thoracic duct. This creates movement in the lymph system, supporting immune system function. In yoga, we love to take a full, complete breath. And now we know that each breath helps to boost our immune function. The body is so ingenious, isn't it? Everyone easily equates yoga to its relaxation benefit. And it won't surprise you that these benefits have been well researched in both non-cancer and cancer populations. Yoga reduces anxiety and calms the nervous system. Many studies have found significant improvements in anxiety, depression, and perceived stress in the yoga group versus the control group of breast cancer patients. A large study of breast cancer survivors found that various yoga interventions resulted in statistically significant reductions of distress, anxiety, depression, and fatigue. As we explored earlier, increase in cortisol due to anxiety and stress can have a damaging impact on the body. Yoga has been found to reduce the production of cortisol across various studies and demographics, including cancer patients and survivors. I want to go a bit deeper into this benefit from our earlier discussion of breathing and that amazing diaphragm. With each breath, the diaphragm also massages the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve turns on our parasympathetic nervous system, our rest and digest system, and the vital physiological driver of stress and anxiety reduction. The stimulation of the vagus nerve is yet another example of the body's ingenious design and why the breath is so important. We've only explored 4 of the many well-researched benefits of yoga, and the research on the benefits of yoga for cancer patients and survivors increases every day. These benefits are becoming well understood and accepted. This is why cancer survivors are seeking yoga classes, yoga teachers, and programs to support their recovery. These survivors come to yoga with high expectations. A yoga teacher must be prepared to achieve these benefits, and they must be aware of and manage the risks of yoga for this population as well.